transitioning to Monday is always an issue.
It's not easy.
Always an issue. Yes.
So what is happening?
Yes,
in the legal world?
Absolutely. So there are some cases that are coming up in court, and then eyes will be on them because of the nature of the cases and the manner in which they are at the moment. And the first of it is the Cocoa Board case. You note that Dr. Stephen Kwabena, once upon a time the chief executive of Ghana Cocoa Board, and then businessman Seydou Agongo, and his business, Seydou Agongo's business, Agriculture Ghana Limited, have been in court. They were charged by the Eswa Attorney General Godfred Yebo Adami for charges including willfully causing financial loss to the state. You note, for those who remember, this very case was handled by Justice Clement Onyenuga at the time that he was a Court of Appeal judge. He was elevated to the Supreme Court. Unfortunately, he could not complete the trial before he retired at the age of 70. After 6 months of extension, he couldn't complete the trial. The case was handed to Justice Anochi Jima, and Anochi Jima indicated that, look, at the time that Clement Onyenuga was retiring, Dr. Stephen Kwabena was the one calling witnesses, and so he deemed it fit that he won't inherit the controversial proceedings of Justice Clement Onyenuga. He notes that there have been a lot of applications, petitions to the CJ at the time to have him removed, some to have himself recused, and all of them did not work. And so Justice Anochi Jima deemed it fit to start the trial de novo, start the trial afresh by way of handling it on his own way, calling witnesses, having the opportunity to examine or observe the demeanor of witnesses and all that. Fast forward, the Attorney General disagreed with that ruling, went to the Court of Appeal to reverse the decision. So the Court of Appeal reversed that decision that the trial should start de novo and ordered the courts to adopt the proceedings of Justice Clement Onyenuga, and then Justice Abuaji Tano was handed over the docket. Justice Anochi Jima was transferred to Kumasi in relation to things that are happening within the judiciary. So it is Justice Abuaji Tano who has been handling the whole thing. Opini and his lawyers appealed at the Supreme Court, trying to reverse the decision. We also saw some controversy at the point in time. They made the point that the panel that ordered them to file certain processes was not the same panel that heard the matter. So they raised a lot of issues with, but that did not hold. And so the case is still ongoing. Seydou Agongo, which is the businessman, and his company Agriculture Ghana Limited are calling witnesses, and the 8th witness is in the witness board before the case was adjourned today. So today we'll be in court to know what the pleasure of the court will be. And this is a case that the NDC, when they were in opposition, has spoken about that their members were being persecuted. So
the stakes are high.
Absolutely, the stakes are high. So we'll know more what will become of this case. And today is the very first time that this case is coming up in 2015, and also key because it is the NDCs that is currently in government. So we'll know more about this case when we go, or the case is called this morning. So this is one of the cases that we should keep an eye on. And then from Dr. Stephen Kwabena case, then we move to another member of parliament for the NDC, specifically the Asin of James Chachi-Kwesin. And we know the story of James Chachi-Kwesin.
Roller coaster of a ride.
A whole lot of controversy about this very case. And so it is also another case that if at some point in time you see the case truncated, nobody should be surprised, because it is a political case. The NDC in opposition has spoken about it. We note or we observe what happened. Court case went to Wediba High Court, Court of Appeal, went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court made a point that, look, Chachi-Kwesin's election was unconstitutional. The EC organized a by-election. He filed his processes again, and then won the by-election. Fast forward 2024, he won the seat again. So that particular charges that were filed against him, including perjury and forgery of document, the trial is still ongoing. Prosecution at the time have their fourth witness in the witness box, and so today we'll be in court at the last court sitting. Lawyers of James Chachi-Kwesin, led by the venerable Chachuchi Kata, asking the AG's office to provide them with some disclosure document and all of that. And now we have a different attorney general altogether. We would have a different attorney general altogether. But just for the record, it is also the first time that James Achikwesi is appearing at the High Court when we have the NDC in government. So this is one of the cases that we should also keep an eye on. Then, of course, the disputed parliamentary cases. You note that the NDC, following the High Court order on the 4th of January, that the EC should collate the outstanding police center results added to already collated one and declared results in respect of 4 parliamentary constituencies: Tema Central, Okankwe North, Okankwe Central, I beg your pardon, Ablekuma North, and then Techiman South. As we speak, 3, with the exception of Ablekuma North, have been collated and then results declared. The NDC lawyers who wanted, or they found.
I don't want to be in the woman's shoes right now.
Which of the women are you talking about?
The Naomu, no, it's a Naomu.
The Easy Ball or Rabna Obin.
Rabna Obin, yes.
I've seen an artwork of people congratulating her, but I just want to, I'm not too clear if that we have any official communique from the EC, but of course maybe they know why they have that particular artwork. But what is clear is that the NC filed a stay of execution, at which the orders have already been, some of them have already been carried out. The last court sitting on the 6th of January, a few hours before the swearing in of the parliamentary candidate elect.
Parliamentarians or
yes,
parliamentary candidates.
Absolutely. The court sat, and it came to the fore that the party, the NPP side, were not served with the processes, and so the bailiff should do so. And so the case was adjourned to today. We'll be in court to know what will happen, but the NDC has also filed some applications at the Supreme Court, and in the coming days we'll know what will become of that one. So we'll keep an eye on that particular case also to know what is happening. Then guess what? Gregory Afoko, it's almost 10 years now. Yeah. Yes. The guy is still in lawful custody. He was arrested. The incident happened on 20th of May 2016. And then he's been in lawful custody till now. In fact, 2015, I might say. He has been in lawful custody till now. First trial truncated, second trial ended inconclusively because the jury returned a hung jury 4-3 in favor of Afuku on both count of conspiracy and murder. And guess what? They returned that controversial verdict against Asapke Alangde for guilty for conspiracy. And people were wondering, how can one person conspire with himself? And note that that particular case was not affected by the amendment of the Criminal Justice Act, where when you are found guilty for murder, you are sentenced in life. He was sentenced to death at the time, so he's back in court again for the retrial for murder. So today, before Justice Rubiaiti, they will be back in court. The substantive judge is on leave, but the case of Afuku and Asap Galandi and their lawyers will be before the relieving judge, and then we'll know whether this time around they will try to file a fresh bail application for him to be granted bail pending trial. Prosecution so far indicated that they'll be calling the 16 witnesses that they relied on in the second trial. But of course, as we speak, the 4th witness is in the witness box testifying. So that is the stage in relation to Gregory Afuku. And the last of it of today is the case involving the robbery, the robbery case against the robbery attack or the robbery involving the second lady, former second lady, Matilda Yaba Emisada Atta. Yahuza Usmanu, the man alleged to have perpetrated the act, allegedly, will be in court to get, and then the case, the court will determine what should be happening. At the last court sitting, prosecution was supposed to file their disclosure, which they have filed. There was some date issue that they ought to correct that. They will be before the court, and the court will make a determination when the trial should start and all that. So this and many more should be expected from court today.
All right. Thank you very much, Mutala Yunusa, bringing us the very latest in the world of legal issues, finding out what the courts have been reporting this morning and ensuring that we are up to date in all that we're doing. It's still the Morning Star here on Star 103.5.